This is Kim Criner. And what is your official title?
It's a Sustainability Education and Engagement Coordinator. With sustainability, we're basically trying to, as basically as possible, maintain the goals of our human systems, and balance that with the capacity of our natural systems to support them. We can't, you said something about helping the environment. The environment, we've done some damage. We probably will continue to. But it's going to be fine. What we're really trying to do is save our way of life. We're going to be fine. Our kids are probably going to be fine. But into the future, some tough decisions are going to have to be made about these resources that we use to get us through the day-to-day. Have you guys heard of mountaintop removal? So coal basically comes from the Appalachian region and out west, where they're still able to do strip mining, where they can go into the ground. On the East Coast, it's become so hard to get to. They are blowing up mountains. They're basically blowing the top off a mountain. Has anyone ever been to Appalachia? Gorgeous. Talk about living in trees. The biodiversity there is amazing, and there are people who live there. They're generational homes. People have lived there for generations. Getting a little off topic, but so they actually, figured out if they can blow the top off a mountain, then they can get all the coal out and then plant grass again, so that it will, be reclaimed, they call it. Big difference between an Appalachian forest and grass. Can you imagine that? Not to mention, you know what happens when you take all the trees off a mountain?
Would it erode the soil?
What?
Erode the soil?
It'll erode the soil. And so the people who live down the mountain in the valley where they've always lived have huge flooding problems now. So this is the price of getting the coal out, is what I'm trying to illustrate to you. We can still get at it, and we'll get at it as long as we can, because that's what we're going to do to have our lights on. But what's the cost?
The disruption of the ecosystems.
Exactly. And so that's why, we're talking about saving the environment. Those forests will grow back after we're gone. That's fine, but those are still recreational places that people live or like to go. And, so there's the values there that people want. Now, as sad as that is, it's probably going to continue to happen because there is this concern. We depend on electricity. We're not just going to say, well, the ecosystems are hurting, so let's turn off the lights and go back to the dark ages. No one's going to do that. So no one wants to do that. So sustainability is about thinking about how can we better balance that? How can we use those resources more efficiently the way we already do? Still do the things we do, use those resources more efficiently, and maybe think about the alternatives that we can use either now or when we get tired of blowing up mountains. Or there's no more mountains to blow up, because that's going to happen. Here's where social justice and things come in. Not necessarily, that's not the only reason, but think about, a lot of people in Appalachia, and I'm close to this issue because I went to school in Ohio, right in that Appalachian region, so I saw a lot of this. There's a lot of talk of coal mining and things like that. You saw a lot of old coal towns where the coal companies had come in, built up an economy, gave people jobs, and people made homes there, and they had kids there. And so when the coal was gone, the company would leave, and these people were left, these were their homes. And so they were left in these really poor towns with no jobs. So a lot of that out there. So people are more willing to sell their mining rights because it's a poorer place. So you can own the land you're on and not own the mineral rights. So that means the coal company or whoever can come in and mine right under your home.
With no legal hassle?
Well, no, because if you've sold them to them, or maybe you never owned them. Maybe they're owned by the state, and then the state can sell them to the company. So no, you get no profit from it, and your house can also fall underground, and all these other things. So there's same thing with water rights. You can live on on a river and not own the water rights. So if you don't own the water rights, that gives someone else who maybe owns them the right to pollute it. Does that make sense?
That's also why the Colorado River doesn't reach the ocean anymore, does it?
Right. Because you have states who actually have a claim in the Colorado River, so they're diverting water out to Las Vegas and LA and places like that.
To make grass for
to
yards.
make grass in the desert. Fascinating.